Am I the a-hole for what I told my mother-in-law when she asked to be in the delivery room? My husband, 33, and I, 30, are expecting a baby boy. We're barely catching up with preparation and getting everything ready. His mom, kind of a busybody type but can be helpful at times, invited us for dinner and said she has an important request to make. She brought her request up at the dinner table and blatantly said that she wanted to be in the delivery room with me when I give birth. I was taken back by her request. I really thought it had something to do with the nursery or diaper brand. I said I was sorry, but only my mom and my husband will be there. She made a face, got quiet for a while, then brought it up again. Just kept pushing, saying she is as much of a grandmother as my mom and that she just wanted to be there for support and get the opportunity to see her grandbaby's first moments. My husband sided with her. I just stared at her and said, "It's alright, you can have the opportunity to be in the delivery room when it's your son who's giving birth." Everyone stopped eating and my mother-in-law left the table in an instant. My husband had me got up, although I wasn't finished with dinner, but he said we should leave. In the car, he lost it on me asking what brain cell made me think it was a good idea to tell his mom that. I told him his mom kept pushing after I'd really given her an answer. Still, he said this was the most fucked up shit he heard me say. I replied that I was just frustrated and didn't mean to hurt her feelings and cause issues. He argued that if I don't want issues, then I should stop making shit difficult and just say yes to his mom's request. He then ranted about how it's his son too, and then said if his mom is not allowed in there, then he won't be there too. Now, I don't know if he really meant this or just said it in the heat of the moment, but it had me fuming. He's been ignoring me when I tried to talk to him and act like I'm not in the room. I think I might have gone too far and created tension by responding inappropriately. Am I the a-hole? Edit. There has been some tension between me, my husband, and his family lately. This probably blew up because of built-up resentment. Now for the top comments. Here's a comment from Primary Criticism 929. Not the a-hole. Actually, what you said makes sense, seeing as we're talking about your body here. The reality is that your mother-in-law just did you a favor here because your husband siding with her is showing issues in your marriage and the difficulties you're going to face when it comes to decisions about your pregnancy or your child. I would tell him that if he doesn't come into the delivery room when I give birth, and if he's not supportive of my decision concerning my body, our marriage will be over and it shouldn't bother coming to the hospital at all because he will have to wait until I go back to my parents to meet our son. Go see a lawyer to prepare for a divorce, just in case, and try to get an appointment with a therapist to help you through all of it. Edit. Thank you to the people who gave me the awards, and to the concerned Redditor who supported me. Thank you for your concern, but I'm just fine. Here's another comment from Randomly D. This OP needs to prepare herself for the worst outcome. Mother-in-law literally ambushed her by making that request in front of everyone and not taking no as an answer. There are a million reasons to why OP just wants her mother and husband in the delivery room. Her husband is behaving like a mama's boy and probably thinks that throwing a tantrum like, "If she's not there, I won't be there as well," will make Obi change her stance. This can become a bigger problem in the future with other parenting decisions at stake. I agree with your advice. Obi should seek a lawyer and be prepared. They want to play like kids, but someone needs to remind them all no means no and actions require consequences. Another comment from Snow Angels. Not to mention, I believe the husband set this up. He was way too quick to defend his mother and insist OP give in to her request at dinner. Edit. Yesh, look at her other post. She needs to throw the whole man away. He told her she didn't deserve a Valentine's gift this year. Edit number 2. The post was her husband saying she didn't deserve a Valentine's gift this year because she's been crazy due to hormones. Despite her giving him a gift, she was doubting herself on whether she was wrong to feel upset by him not giving her anything. So she made an Am I the a-hole post. Here it is. My husband told me that I've been acting crazy lately. I'm pregnant, by the way, and don't deserve a Valentine gift even though I got him one. I felt hurt and neglected, especially since I go out of my way to make him feel loved and appreciated. His behavior towards me makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong and should be punished for it. Next story. Am I the a-hole for suggesting my ex's daughter stop coming over for a while after she purposely messed up our relationships? I, 35 female, used to date a guy we'll call Jacob, 37. We dated for 9 months before we mutually agreed to break up. Jacob has a 16-year-old daughter. I will call her Emma. Emma's mom is not in her life, and apparently all previous exes treated her horribly. Emma calls me mom. I never had an issue with it, even after the breakup, since I knew she didn't really have one, and I cared for her. Emma often comes to visit me and stays over. About 2 months ago, I went on a date. Emma found out but acted really excited for me and even insisted on helping me pick out a dress. We had a blast and even went for some ice cream after. The date went well and I thought things were going good. However, about a week later, I received a text from my date calling me a horrible person and telling me to never talk to him again. This happened for the next 3 dates I went on, and at this point I knew something was up. On the 4th date, the same thing happened as the previous 3 dates. However, this time, when I asked for an explanation, he sent me screenshots of messages he had received from a random number claiming that I had a family and that I was cheating. I was shocked to see that the number which had sent the messages was Emma's. Emma came over later that day and I showed her the screenshots and asked if she sent this to all my previous dates. He admitted to sending this message to all my dates and apologized, saying that she thought that if I got in a relationship, she would lose me. I felt bad and told her that she would never lose me and I would always be there for her. We had a heart-to-heart talk and then got sushi and I thought this was the end of it. I went on another date last week. I had told my date about my Emma and everything that happened with her. He thought it was funny and had no problem with her being in my life still. Well, a day later he sent me a message and what do you know, Emma had messaged him the exact same messages she sent to everyone else. I called Emma and asked why she did this again when we had already talked about it and told her that if this doesn't stop, she will not be able to come over to my house for a while, which is something I don't want to do. She got mad and started swearing at me before saying that I should get back with her father because we didn't end on bad terms before hanging up on. I called her father and explained the situation. I told him that I think we need to get her a therapist as I think our breakup affected her more than we thought. I then told him that until the situation was resolved and she apologized, she shouldn't come over to my house for a while. I would still talk to her, just not see her for until she starts therapy. Well, her father was furious. He called me everything in the book and said that while she was in the wrong and should see a therapist, I was an asshole for essentially cutting her out of my life because of it. I explained that it was only temporarily until the situation was resolved. However, he hung up. It's been a day and I feel really bad as I'm the only healthy mother figure she's had. However, I don't think I am in the wrong as it's only until she starts therapy. So, am I the a-hole? Edit. People are asking how she got those numbers. I used to always give her my phone even after the incidents because I never had any reason to doubt her and I thought the issue was resolved, so she most likely got it from there. I also have every intention of still talking to her, just not seeing her until she starts therapy. Edit 2. Someone suggested that maybe the reason previous exes didn't like her is because she did something like this, so I asked someone mutual friends and apparently she has a habit of getting attached to women very quickly and calling them mom. Apparently, it made all the exes uncomfortable and a lot of them broke up with Jacob because of it. Top comments. Here's a comment. Not the a-hole. She does need therapy and this is not healthy. If we don't push some boundaries, she's going to keep doing the same over and over. This was very odd to me, to be honest. We dated for 9 months before we mutually agreed to break up. I consider Emma my daughter She calls me mom even after the breakup. You dated only 9 months and she started you calling mom? That seems like way too fast for someone who was just dating less than a year and did not even live in the same house. Here's another comment from Escape Overlander. It would be more understandable if she was age 1 to 4 and I didn't know better. But a teenager attaching themselves to an adult after a few months is really bizarre. It never sounded like it was a healthy relationship to start with.